Hi everyone, it's John from Razor Gaming, and today I find myself in Hoof Garden, which according to the Sylph Road is a Xingqiao nest. So, looking up at my phone, it definitely appears to be one, because I already see one on the nearby, and if we take a look at the other list, there's only two showing at the moment. So, before we continue with that, let's go ahead and catch a few of these guys. So, without further ado, let's get our very first Xingqiao. Let's see. We actually do get a few of these Xingqiaos in our neighborhood. So, let's try do this. Oof. A little bit more tricky with just the one thumb trick. But, is this going to go through? And we got him. Next up. Let's see how many of these others show up. My 4th day streak actually. Very first one of the day. So we've already got another one showing up, which straight ahead actually. Oh, just disappeared. Let's see if we can't quickly find it. For the non ones, I'm just going to use my good old Pokemon Go Plus. Let's see, and let's get one of these here. So, somewhere in the area. Still trying to find him. Let's head up. Looks like there's a bit of a protest up in front. Not too sure what that's all about. But, oh no, he's up. There we go. Just appeared there. So, that is the second one within a few minutes. Pretty good start off for this. And at the moment, might be a cluster spawn, but for now let us continue to search on the up and up. Alright, I hate it when they go to that side. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, just moved. So let's continue to move up on there. Didn't think so. The first one, come on, let's give us another try. Ooh, got him. Pretty sure he should go down with this, but let's wait. Excellent. There we go. Upwards and onwards. So, we've just got our third one within a couple of minutes. It's definitely looking like this is most certainly a Xingqiao nest. So, let's try catch him. I really need to practice my one-hand throws now that I've got this new camera, but giving it a try. I think I might need to change direction. It looks like I'm actually heading towards the protest, but I don't know, they're playing music, they seem to be a bit quieter, and there are cops about, so it's not too bad. Let's see where it goes. I was wanting to go straight, but as you can see, I'm going to be heading a little bit to the left because, well, let me just go on the road here so you can see for yourself. It seems to be a bit more. So over here, I'm not sure if you can see them in the background there, but yeah. Let's go there. Must be honest, Dusseldorf seems to have its fair share of marches for various things. Anyway, freedom of expression and all. Alright, so we've just got two actually spawning at this exact time. If I can actually get my recorder on there. There we go. You guys can see that. So, this is most certainly looking like a typical cluster spawn nest. Definitely the best of the three to get. Well, let's try catch these and let's see how well they go. Oof, like I said, one hand throw definitely needs a lot of practice. Oh my god. There we go. Finally. Wasted 3 great balls there. Okay, so got that one. And let's get this second one right there. Well, looks like our little protest group has just stopped over there. Not sure if you guys can see that in the video back there. Maybe I'll go up and speak to one of them. See what it is that no, come on. These guys move around a lot. Hate the backwards, sideways and backwards. The up or down's not too bad, but the sideways, I always struggle to get those. There we go. Alright, so with that done, oh, critical catch, lovely. Still want to know what actually impacts those. At the moment it just seems like a little bit of luck. So that was a little bit of luck. I was actually able to get my 9th 10-kilometer egg. So I guess, let me actually just show it for you guys that. Come on, come on. Pokemon eggs, there we go. So finally got it. I'll definitely be hatching it in another episode, but for now, not just yet. Don't plan to do a whole... Oh, I need to go buy a little bit more storage. I thought I had quite a few of these. Let's go ahead and get a couple. Exchange one. Let's just get a few of those. Getting there. Anyway, so I'm going to, I think we've caught enough Chinchou to prove a point that there's definitely a cluster spawn. And as mentioned earlier, definitely the best of the three. So, without any further ado, we are going to go on to a different sort of nest. Not particularly as good, but sorry, let's mention that's a frequent spawn area. So this is normally a fairly smallish area where you can find a couple of Pokemon, not nearly as the numbers that we just caught in smaller numbers. So I'm going to go use the normal Nest Atlas from Sylph Road and see what we can find. So what we're going to our very next, not sure how well you guys can hear me because I'm right next to the road, as you no doubt gathered. We had not a Dratini show up on the list, so something, so looking forward to get that. We actually get quite a few Dratinis in our area, like I said, because we're in this natural water biome. Well, let me just set this down while I try get this. Oh, I don't think I've actually ever been to this place. That's what I love about Pokemon Go. It honestly brings you out to these other little gems that you had no idea about. Just take a look at that. Try to get a pan view. Really nice little spot. Anyway, let's continue with this while we try to get to that Dratini. I'm not going to say no to one of my favorite types, actually. Used to be my Vaporeon killer back in the day, but now I rely more on my Venusaur. I only got 2 good Venusaurs, but it tends to do the trick. All these Vaporeons in the gym. Oh wait, really? Another Dratini right here? So, well, this is what I'm talking about. Dusseldorf has quite a few Dratinis, and again, that's because of the water biome that we find ourselves in. Anyway, let's go ahead. No, why did I do that? Nope, I'm running away. Please tell me has not despawned. Come on. I wanted to use the other candy, double up the candy. There we go. So, anyway, I suppose. Doesn't have it. Let me just throw a poor throw. Please don't catch it. It's the first time I've actually thrown something when I'm asking, please don't catch it. I'm going to get it, aren't I? Damn it. Anyway, no double candy on that. So, anyway, now that we got that, let me go off and get this other Dratini on this side. Well, we're getting there. I must be honest, I didn't realize how long this park was. It always looks so much smaller on the maps. When you actually start walking this thing, it's far. Anyway, where that bridge is, in the far distance, that's where we need to go. Well, at least in the park side. Apparently right at the end, Bulbasaur frequent spawn point. And again, just to recap, that's an area where, well, not an area, it's a single area where there's one, at the most 2. Honestly, at the most, but they should be right at a single spot. Anyway, let's keep going and see what we can find. So, we have just arrived here, and sure enough, look who shows up. Okay, this guy better not flee after all of this. Let's go. Well, fingers crossed. Let's try this one-handed throw stuff. Of course it's going to jump. Come on. This is a pineapple berry, but I do need those candies. Let's see. Sweet. Got him. Well, if we walked all this way, we might as well go to the actual point. Spin that. Let's check out. Pretty decent, so not the best, unfortunately. Let's go to the actual spot. And just crossing the road here. Oh, as I mentioned, sometimes single spawn points do have one extra. Rare, but in this case, definitely existing. So, I was just walking off to our ditto nest when, running a bit low on my battery there, when we had a giraffe show up. Sort of in the direction where I'm going, just over down there. Well, let's see if we go out and get him. We don't get too many of these in this area. And I'm still waiting for a nest where I can load up a few candies. He is part of the nest species. So let's go out and get him. Okay, well, we're getting a bit closer to him on this very warm day. It actually was really cool earlier in the morning, but I didn't think it would get quite this warm. Anyway, we're heading over to that little seating area. Apparently that's where it is. Let's take a look. Oh, a little bug face actually. No idea what that one. Ah, there it is. The little kids. Not sure if you can see that on the camera, but little kids we saw. Let's go over to it. See what that has. Oh, brilliant. There we go. There we go. Alright. Let's see. It's actually pretty decent XP. Do need the candies for him. And oh, terrible throw. Just when I thought I was getting the hang of this one thumb throw. Let's see. And got him. Excellent. There we go. Cannot complain. We'll check the IVs. Appraise. Not the best. Only 22 candies for him. Spin this. And let's continue. Alright, so let's talk more again about biomes. But before we do that, really hot, I'm going to give a nice tasty beverage a bit of a try. So it's one of the local beers apparently. Schlossel, original Schlossel. Let's give it. Apparently a local beer, rather tasty. So, while we're going on, let's get back to the biomes. So, as you can see over here, our water biome that we have, we'll be walking further along that side to it, spawns the water Pokemon type. These particular Pokemon will always spawn, regardless after nest migrations or anything of the sort. So I can come here a couple of months time, anything. So long as this remains a water biome, I'm going to get similar types of Pokemon that tend to be spawning. They're not guaranteed to always be there, but there's always going to be a particular, in this case, water Pokemon spawning. Any time of the day, any time of the month, regardless of that. Unlike your nest Pokemon, which at the moment tend to be limited for 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks we have the nest migration where they change, and I actually think there's one happening a little bit later on today. I need to double check that, but regardless of that, these biomes will always spawn at. So, we find ourselves right at the river, and I'm going to walk the rest of this trip from here. It's about 500 meters, give or take, to our ditto nest. And just to prove the water biome, we're going to see how many water Pokemon we catch during our little walk from here until our ditto nest. And again, the nest for the ditto, that's the frequent spawn area. So we should find ditto, but not nearly in as many numbers as we found in the cluster spawn area. So, without any further ado, let's start. So, as you no doubt have seen by now, in about 5 or 6 minute walk, we pretty much had every single one of the Pokemon spawning being a water type. Not surprising, seeing as we are literally surrounded by water in this lovely city. Alright, so we have just arrived at our final type of nest, and this one is right over there. This particular one is our frequent spawn area. So it's not a cluster spawn, so we're not going to find as many, but as we can already see here on the nearby, we've got 2 showing up, 2 dittos. No, dittos in our area in Dusseldorf, in the water biome, we hardly ever see them. So we've just arrived at our spot. Can swap hands here, a little bit better, a little easier. And we have our very first ditto showing up. Again, I know many people don't like this guy that much. Personally, I really like him, and the only reason for it is he's incredibly rare. We do not get a lot of these guys showing up. So let's try catch him. I know some people who living more in the biomes where, oh, first catch, brilliant, have a lot of these, but as you can see by my candy, 72, that's it, hardly any. So we caught the first one. Let's go out and find out where the second one is. So apparently this frequent spawn area is all along this river here to the end and over there. Not sure if you can, well, I'm sure you can see it, I edited in. So we've got, ooh, got another 2. So this is, that one is just over there. So if we continue heading in that direction, we should be able to find him. Don't worry. In fact, while we get there, I'm going to go definitely get some of these Staroos. Nice. And almost. Anyway, we get so many of these Staroos, I'm not going to focus too much on them. Instead, we're going to be heading somewhere. Ah, there we go. That must be the Pokemon stop. And there he is, just appeared. So let's try and get him. Let's move a bit into the shade. It's still quite warm. Oh, this is a little bit of a bigger guy. I'm actually going to pineapple berry him. So let's get this one. Sweet. Let's see. 1. Oh, critical. I'm getting quite a few of these today. Fantastic. Alright, so I've just walked right to the end. Unfortunately, no more dittos came. However, right at the end was this guy. And let's load. Oh, he's always to the side. A little trick. If they ever move to the side and they take quite a while, simply run away, click on him again, and we should be back in the center. There we go. And actually, for that much CP, I think I'm going to try an Ultra Ball on him. Sweet. Okay, so we walked right to the end of our little frequent spawn area, and the whole area, which was about, give or minus, from 500 meters from one side to the other, we only saw 3. Bringing us, well, proving yet again that the frequent spawn, apologies, is not nearly as common, the Pokemon that you find there, as the cluster spawn. Alright, for the last bit, I'm going to actually go to one more single spawn, because I think just having a little bit of luck on our side with the Bulbasaur Bulbasaur frequent spawn point, we've got 2 actually. We're going to head off to another single spawn point, which is a Mankey. Not the best, but again, quite rare here in Dusseldorf. So if we see one there, great. Ideally 2, but in all likelihood, normally when you go there, you just find the 1. It's about a 10-minute walk, give or take here, so I'm not going to be recording the whole time. If there's anything interesting that spawns up in the meantime, I'll obviously record it. See you guys shortly. Alright, so we finally reached our final other single spawn point, and sure enough, there is our other Mankey. It seems to have a bit of trouble spawning. No, well, not spawning, sorry, loading up. Again, as you can see, I've still got my silver. Haven't caught many fighting type. He's not the best, so I'm just going to use a raspberry on him. Don't need the candies too much. And sort of. Let's see. 1, 2, and got it. One of the resources I like to use is called the Sylph Road. It's a website that has all the nests in many areas around the world. I would highly recommend looking at that. Just to recap what they are, the 3 types of nest behaviors are your cluster, which has many Pokemon spawning. You get your frequent spawn area, basically not as much. And then the last but by no means least, your frequent spawn point. That's where you find one particular Pokemon in one spot, and if you're lucky, 2. Well, that's all for now. If you like this video, please hit a like. Feel free to comment anything that you've noticed. Enjoy your day.